Hello once again, it's Mr. Pete, your YouTube shop teacher, and today this is episode number 47A, the question of my What Is It Mystery Tools series. So I think I have some interesting items for you here today, and you'll notice that in the next few episodes there'll be quite a few pliers that are specialized, and they'll be part of the video series. So I hope I'm not overdoing the pliers, but I just happen to have an abundance of donations as well as loans, and I'm going to show all of those sooner or later. But there are several items here that I do not know what they are myself, so let's get started with these. We'll start out with this pair of pliers in the Bernard type of action, although these are not made by Bernard necessarily, as you can see here. And I did in fact delete the name temporarily there because that would give it away immediately. Now quite a few people will recognize this or know what it is, and they still are sometimes used. But notice we've got a hole here, we've got a grippers, another hole there, and what is the purpose of this little bracket with a hole and a punch? And there's some numbers on there, but they are not patent numbers. This punch, or whatever it is replaceable or adjustable or both. Interesting action and interesting pliers. Thanks to Gary for loaning this to me. What is it? Now here's another pair of specialty pliers, and I'm confused on who sent it to me. I believe it's Rex Garner, but I got an envelope, and there's one name on the outside of the envelope and another name on the letter, unless I have things mixed up. So thanks to either Leroy or Rex, sorry about that. But what is the purpose of this pliers? It's got a spring here. It is only marked imported. Doesn't even say from what country. No manufacturer's name, but this attachment here swings into different positions and can be tightened with the thumb screw. Smooth on that side. That side, I guess, is just a channels formed such that it would be stiffened. And this isn't a clippers. It's not a diagonal side cut, or not a diagonal pliers at all, but it's rather anvil-shaped right there. And when you extend it out and lock it like that, it's in a straight line. I have no idea myself. No idea whatsoever. So, what is this item? Almost everybody will know what this is, and I like to put fairly easy ones in here too, to give you some satisfaction. And be sure and put your answers in the comments. I read through them, but I will not answer those. And there's a name on here of the manufacturer that might give it away, so I took that off. But look at the shape of the tip here, which appears to be a chisel. I have used these. And look at this end. It's obviously been struck there and there. Now this tool does the exact same thing, just by a different manufacturer and just a different take on the job. What is that? Too easy for you? Thank you to Jerry Wilson for sending this along. This is a Bernard pliers, special purpose. There's the St. Bernard. Now I covered up some of the names here which would give it away. And that's made by that company out of New Haven. I have trouble pronouncing it. For Bernard, who would have the patents. Quite intricate. The usual Bernard action down here, but also a spring to hold it open. Very interesting. I told you that there's almost unlimited number of specialized Bernard pliers. What's the purpose of this one? Now this is really an interesting one, sent to me by Chuck Severinson, and I have no idea, but it's in a nicely fitted box with finger joints. I marked it top because naturally I opened it upside down and spilled the contents. I covered the name here, which maybe would give it away, although possibly not. It looks like it's an expensive tool. It just can't be cheap. It is made of aluminum though, other than the screw and some of the associated parts there. But the whole body here and this yoke is aluminum. Look at, we got a dovetail there, and then here we have just a serial number, probably. I'm not sure. We got a right and a left hand thread here that will make an adjustment. I'm going to fit it out here presently, and look at this, almost looks like a gear puller. Very coarse thread, extremely coarse thread. Now whatever it does, it wouldn't be real heavy duty because this would break. It's aluminum. Okay, let me show you some of the fittings or attachments or whatever they are here. See if that makes any sense to you. There are 5 different sizes of dies or whatever these are here, and they're marked. This is 3/16 quarter, 3/8, 1/2, 5/8, and I believe 3/4. So let's pull out arbitrarily here the 1/2 inch. You can see what those look like, and then there's a corresponding 1/2 inch punch, I'll call it, but I don't really know what it is. Now let me go ahead and put these into the little machine here, but you can see the other ones are similarly made, but just different sizes, from the smallest one to the, I guess that's the largest one. They're not in the right spot. I need to resort them. And a hex key to make the adjustment. Whether that came in the original one, I don't know. But let me show you how those go in. Okay, then the 1/2 inch will go in like this, and then can be tightened down. Probably just needs to be snugged. Like that. You can see there is some kind of trademark right there. Okay. And then the dies, and notice that it's marked 1/2 inch. Would go in like this. They can't be put in upside down because of the little slot. You see how intricate this is? Like that, and there doesn't appear to be any way to fasten those in, but you know, this can turn around, and there's little rollers right here. So I don't know if that punch, let's see, holds it, pushes something, because you can see that there's some marks on it. It has been used. I'm afraid I'm not giving a very good demonstration because I don't know what I'm doing. And then these, that's kind of stiff, can be moved in and out. And tightened. For what purpose, I don't know. Alright, I think I've carried this far enough to show you what a neat little tool this is. And has anyone ever seen one? And what does it do? What does it do? Put it in the comments. I hope I've shown you some interesting items. Tell your friends about this series of what is it. And thank you people for sending these items in to me. And sometimes these people don't know either. They just say, I don't know what this is, put it on your series. So I'm afraid we'll be stumped on this, but possibly the label here will help. Now what I've found here is that in this series sometimes people don't watch this question part. So I get very good answers in the follow-up, but it's too late for me to make any comments for them because I told you that YouTube does not allow corrections or additions or anything like that to be put into the videos other than down in the comments or in the description. So sometimes the answer is really disclosed in the second part, and then it's too late for me to say much. But look at the comments. Thank you for watching. This is tubalcain saying so long now, and watch for the answers coming up in a week or two.